Hey everyone, welcome back to Birds of a Feather Talk Together. This week we're talking about the golden eagle, and we're really excited for this one. This is a bird that Amanda and I saw on our honeymoon in Arizona, and we were really excited to talk to John and Shannon about it. It's one of the coolest eagles out there, in my opinion, and I think you're all going to have a fun time with this one. So without further ado, let's go grab our binoculars and get into it. All right, welcome back, everyone.
So, John,
Go ahead, Shannon.
Sorry, RJ. No, I was going to tell John that one of the new graduate students, I asked all of them today in the class that, that I have with them, what their best class is and their most fun thing. And one of the students, his name is Isaiah, he said the best thing is the Birds of the World class, this class that John and I are teaching.
Oh, cool.
Because he gets to go in and see all of the specimens close up, all of the birds close up. And I'm like, yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wish I had a class like that when I was in college.
Me too.
When I was in school.
It's pretty intimidating at the Field Museum. I mean, you start realizing how many families there are, and we have specimens of most of them, so there's a lot to look at. And then we're still struggling with getting taxonomy up to where it needs to be with all the changes that people have made.
We don't get to control that. Every time we open the computer, there's some change to the taxonomy that wasn't there sometimes just an hour before. So,
do you ever just wait on it? Just say, I know it's going to change.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And when you talk to, yep. No, at some point we're going to have a major reorganization of things that's going to take several years to put through.
No, there's no way. It's never going to happen. It's too much work.
Well, it's my.
We don't even have a place to stage all that. We'd never be able to do it.
You could go to Soldier Field after they moved to Arlington Heights.
There we go. Exactly.
Yes.
We're coming over.
Right. Yeah.
See you, Bears.
Yeah. Well, it's my bird this week. So I wanted to kick it off with talking about the golden eagle. So we talked a little bit about a few episodes ago when Amanda and I were on our honeymoon, and we saw golden eagles down in Arizona. And so it was fun to we didn't know we were going to see him that day. So do more research on him and be able to talk about him for an episode. But Amanda found this really cool train ride in Clarkdale, which was kind of outside of Sedona, and it's through the Verde Canyon, and it's this operating train line, and it runs through, and on the weekends they put a tourist train on there, and it's this sightseeing thing. And so we just wanted to go for the views. We didn't even realize that there were going to be birds, but there's a viewing car that you can stand on, and we brought our binoculars, and the tour guide, who was not a bird expert by any means, he was just a history guide, really, was like, oh yeah, there's bald eagles, there's golden eagles. We were like, oh my gosh, we didn't even realize golden eagles were an option. And so we, it was a 4-hour trip, I think, 2 hours there, 2 hours back, and we saw 2 golden eagles for sure, just perched. And so that was really cool. And it was funny because I feel like to people that don't know birds or aren't into birding, they might get more excited for a bald eagle. And so every time we'd ask about golden eagle, the tour guide guy was like, oh yeah, bald eagles too. He kept pushing the bald eagles. And we were like, we see those back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
But so it was incredible. This looking down, it was hundreds of feet down, looking down in this river in the Verde Canyon, and just these really cool winding train line, but there's all these huge cliffs on either side, and so after reading about them, it seems like that's kind of an ideal spot for them. So
it's one of those birds where I always think about them as what they must be thinking. The idea that you could just sit there above that canyon, and then when you want, you fly out and find some food and bring it back, and what a life.
Yeah. And there were no people, like this canyon, it was all private land, so there were no hiking trails, there's no roads. So we were like, how special is this that we got to go back there? Because I don't think very many people get to see him unless you're on this train. So that was pretty cool. But we also saw at the time what we thought were turkey vultures, but after reading up about the golden eagles, so they kind of have that like V as well, right? Like when they're soaring.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, bald eagles are really flat. I would say, I guess, yeah, the golden eagles may have a bit of a dihedral from time to time, so such that you could miss them.
Do you want to tell people what that is, John?
That's just that V shape. Turkey vultures, the V stands for this, the way the wings are shaped when they fly from the body. They're a little bit upright and angled out, and so yeah, as opposed to being just straight flat across the.
And that's like
the bird, or if you're an osprey, they're crooked.
Oh,
they come down.
Okay.
Oh, crazy.
That's always been like an indicator for us. The little bit that we can tell, like whenever we see that V around here, we're always like, oh, turkey vulture. And so when we were down there, we just assumed the same thing, and then have been reading, and we were like, oh, those could have been golden eagles up in the sky too.
They could have been turkey vultures.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's helpful, John.
Well, for our eBird, we said we only saw 2, because we definitely saw 2 different ones that were perched that we were able to ID. So, and we also wanted to point out on this trip too, there was a drink cart, and this is the first time that we had a margarita while we were birding. We normally don't mix drinking and birding, but it was a nice thing to sit there with our binoculars, sip on a margarita, and see some golden eagles.
Look at golden eagles. Yeah.
How many people were on that train with you?
It was a lot. There was
quite a few.
A couple hundred maybe. It was. I mean, there was.
Wow.
There was maybe 8 of these big train cars. Do you think, Amanda?
See, the thing that fascinates me about that is how many of them actually saw the golden eagles.
Oh, I think it was just Amanda and I.
That's like think about what they're missing.
Yeah.
I know. We were really lucky.
Yeah. But it's been fun to read all about the golden eagles, because we didn't even. I mean, they weren't really on our radar, because they're not around here, right? Are they?
So I saw one with Louise Bott up at right on the Illinois-Wisconsin border in the winter.
Oh, wow.
And Linda Lutz was with it, drove up just as this bird flew away.
Oh.
How cool.
And it's a good bird in Illinois for sure.
Cool.
They get a few in migration and stuff, but they don't. The interesting thing is they almost never hang around.
Oh, okay.
So I think they're birds that are just moving through and they keep going.
Okay.
So what other hawks or eagles are bigger than them?
I'd say basically nothing. I mean, it's interesting that in
Harpy
the fossil
eagle?
record there.
I guess harpy eagle's bigger?
Yeah, harpy eagle would be bigger. And probably
Philippine monkey-eating eagle bigger?
Philippine eagle, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, some of it's kind of hard to because they have fairly long wings, and some of the other eagles like harpy eagle and Philippine eagle are foraging a lot in the forest, and so they tend to have their wings tend to be a little shorter. I mean, I was looking at the weight of these guys, and they're about 8 or 9 pounds.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's huge. That's heavy.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
And when you think about what they've caused a lot of consternation and been persecuted quite a bit particularly in the western U.S. by ranchers, because they'll definitely go after calves and things like that.
Wow.
Crazy.
But they're also revered in part of a lot of traditions, both historical and current traditions too. So Native peoples use them. So people have a reverence for them as well. But there's no doubt they have been shot frequently in the past. So I looked it up, and so it's Aquila And that's the genus. And we have 115 specimens of
Oh, wow.
golden eagle,
Wow.
which
I wonder how
surprised me
many
that we had that many.
But I wonder how many countries they come from, because it's all the
Oh.
way through Asia and Europe.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And so it's a bird with a spectacular distribution.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading.
Yeah, I didn't take a look at that.
So the most common official national animal in the world, the emblem of Albania, Germany, Austria, Mexico, and Kazakhstan.
Wow.
There's no other bird that could pull that off. That's pretty awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I didn't realize how fast they are too, that they can get up to speeds, I mean, comparable to like a peregrine falcon, right? I mean, I was reading, there was something that broke down like when they're soaring, it's, around 28 to 30 miles per hour. But then when they're hunting or displaying, they can get speeds of 120. But then when they're diving after prey, it can get anywhere from 150 to 200 miles per hour, which was just,
Oh, my gosh.
yeah, I mean, that's like in the
crazy.
peregrine falcon range, right?
Yeah. Whatever they're going after will feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you look at videos of them, you can see that. I mean, you can see them going after baby goats on the sides of mountains, just absolutely tormenting these baby goats, knocking them down the side of a mountain. Have you seen those videos?
No, we saw a bunch of.
Oh, you should go look at them. There's one very dramatic one where there's a baby and it's separated from the rest of the babies, and they're frolicking, and then all of a sudden they show this one baby that's away from the others, and then they're about to follow it dramatically, and the eagle's overhead. You're like,
Oh, no.
we know how this ends.
Oh no.
But there are these dramatic videos of them going after goats that are climbing up and down the sides of mountains. It's really like knocking them hundreds and hundreds of feet to their death on the bottom of a canyon.
Oh, my
Oh, gosh.
So it's really, really amazing when you think of, those mammals outweigh that bird, even though that's a pretty heavy bird for a bird. They're going
But
after something
if you're
that
coming
weighs-
at that speed, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so you're
I mean,
sitting there admiring the goats and what they can climb over, which is pretty amazing too. The terrain that these goats can go up and down the side of the mountain on, and then all of a sudden, whoosh!
Not so fast.
In comes the bird.
So
Yeah.
do they do that with a lot of prey? Because I read they do that with turtles. Like they'll drop a turtle from, or a tortoise maybe, I don't know, but from a high height to crack the shell. Is that how they like do a lot of stuff? Just knock it over or drop it?
That's an interesting observation. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I think there's a bird that they would co-occur with in Europe, in parts of Africa and all the way through Asia, called lammergeier, or why can I not think of the bearded vulture is the other common name for it. And they're known for so the interesting thing is, so the bearded vulture is a scavenger, so it would probably find dead goats after the golden eagles were done with them. And then one of the things they're known to do is take the bones up and drop them on rocks to break them open to get at the marrow.
Oh, wow.
It wouldn't surprise me that there are some eagles that have actually
I think
figured
a lot
out
of
that
birds
that's a pretty
do
good
things
idea.
Like that. Don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe.
A lot
I don't
of
know.
birds drop things. They either drop things on something to break it, or they drop something from a height to break it, or they smash things with they smash whatever they want.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Golden eagles are pretty opportunistic. In other words, they're nesting in areas where, for instance, if there are a lot of jackrabbits, they'll eat jackrabbits. And if they're nesting in other areas where there aren't jackrabbits, they'll prey on lemmings if that's all there is. And so, I think they probably eat a lot of different things, depending on where they are and what's available at any given time.
And I read
Their migration patterns are fantastic. They migrate thousands of kilometers from their breeding to their wintering grounds, which is really it's quite a sight to think of. that many eagles just flying overhead like that.
Cool. Is that in the U.S. or just all over? Or everywhere?
Well, I think they're all over.
Yeah.
They're flying.
Yeah.
They're flying that far south.
I think in the U.S., the big thing is their density is so low, particularly in the eastern U.S. For a long time, it was they didn't know very much about the eastern U.S. birds, and they put transmitters on them. One of the great things about them is, given their size, you can put a transmitter that can stay on the bird and recharge the battery, and so they can follow them for a long time. And one of the things they were surprised to find out was how many of them were going down. That they would band them up in Canada, and then they would go down into the places like the Appalachians and all the way down into Alabama. But they were staying in forested areas, mountainous forested areas, and so a lot of times they went undetected by the people in the area, even though they were around.
Oh.
Well, a lot of those places in Canada, there are no people.
Right.
So they're not going to be counted. So it's easy to underestimate, I think, the actual population. That's one of the things I read. I don't know if that was in Birds of the World or where I read it, is that, that recent censuses are showing that there are more of them than had been thought. So
awesome.
So if you put the effort into it, then you'll start to get better numbers. That doesn't mean they aren't in some kind of population decline once you actually figure out how many there are.
But I love your story from the Verde River, because there aren't that many places you can be confident to go and see them.
Yeah.
I think people know of nest sites, certainly in the summers in various places that are probably used over and over again. But I always see that bird as something that you always feel like it's a chance sighting.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
And I remember seeing them in the Guadalupe Mountains National Park in West Texas, and there was probably one pair in the Guadalupes, maybe two. And if you were out hiking, you might get a chance to see one of them fly by, and that would be it.
Oh, it's exciting.
So, yeah, they're really special birds to see.
That's awesome.
And you really can see the golden, the golden feathers on them. Did you see that up when you were looking at them? Did you get a good look at them?
Yeah, kind of. We were kind of looking, so we were actually looking down at it almost. So we were up high enough and we're looking down, and it was on a tree kind of below us, looking even further down in the water. So we could see kind of its profile and then see some of the golden on it. So yeah.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are extremely heavily parasitized, which is another interesting thing. And trust me, I hope people are eating dinner. But anyway, they and that's one of the concerns with this species and global warming, is the degree of parasitism, whether those are malarial parasites and flies and fleas and all kinds of things, feather lice, mites that are in these birds, that they're in danger the warmer it gets, because the happier parasites get, the more birds get them. And I guess if you're susceptible, maybe they've just studied them a bit more, but I couldn't believe the list of things that parasitized golden eagles. It was rather, it was a lot.
Is it more than like a bald eagle?
Well, they didn't list all those things on bald eagles, so it could just be someone actually studied that and they haven't studied it in other things. I don't know the answer to that, but there are a lot of parasites and pathogens known from bald eagles.
I wonder how they catch them.
Oh.
So the traditional way to a lot of people for moderate-sized birds of prey is to use these traps that you put a bird in, and they have little nylon loose lassos around the cage, and so the bird comes down and they get their talons hooked in the cage, and you can go out and grab them. But given the size of a golden eagle, I'm not sure that would work very well. I have this recollection of seeing golden eagles actually out in California where they were trying to catch and bring in the last California condors when they before they started the um, captive reproduction program. The story was that it was a pit with a metal grate over the top that they would put like the carcass of a cow or something on to attract the condors, and the golden eagles would come in. And so I guess one way to do it would be to let a bird come down like that, and then you reach up and grab them through the grate. But that seems like I'm not signing up for that. I don't
I was
think.
going to say, that sounds terrifying. Yeah. After you grab them, what do you do?
You need somebody else, I'm sure. It's
it's terrifying.
Well, and man, you would not want, the interesting thing about those birds, if you can get them by the tarsi, the area above the feet, you can control them pretty well. And if you get between, anywhere near the inside of the feet, you're going to probably have some major damage to your hand.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to unpry them. I mean, so it's
Jeez.
They have a more interesting fossil record than many other birds. So they do, even going back to the Pliocene, they are fossils. There's lots of Pleistocene fossils, recent and towards the edge of the Pleistocene. So, 10,000 to a couple million years, maybe up to 3 million years of fossils. And even in Neanderthal sites often are golden eagle bones.
Whoa.
So,
wow.
They have a long history of being associated with people.
So I want to say that some of them from Florida and Arizona suggest that the birds 1,000 years ago were 15% larger.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which
That's incredible.
Would also get a...
Jeez.
And I wanted to hear, there's a lot of geographic variation in them. There are 6 named subspecies. But believe it or not, the vocalizations are relatively little studied, because I wanted to see if there was any vocal differentiation amongst these subspecies. And they're really, it's really notable how little there was in that section when I started trying to figure it out. So there's work to be done on them, that's for sure.
Are they just not very vocal at all? I was kind of reading that they're just not, there isn't a lot of noise that they make to be studied, right?
Some chirps and things, probably.
I read someone said that I was just reading, I don't know, some website about them, and they said that their call is quite pathetic. That was how it was described. I was like, ouch.
That's judgmental now, isn't it?
I want to put that person in front of one of them, or
right.
grab them in that pit and say, tell me that's
say
pathetic.
That to my face.
That's hilarious.
Holy cow. They have also, there's a lot of different strategies of migration too. Full migrants, partial migrants, short distance migrants, longer distance migrants, residents. That's interesting to me too, exactly where and why and how those things evolve.
Well, and I think so they're not going to migrate at night. They're diurnal migrants, and one of the things that the transmitter data has shown is they'll leave areas for periods of time and then come back. And those can be like trips of several hundred kilometers.
Oh, wow.
And so I think there's some neat spatial memory that they must have to recognize the landscapes that they're flying over too.
And I think their courtship behaviors are rather
it's not noisy.
Beautiful. Yeah, I guess not. But they do. They soar together in unison and do things in the air. And the videos are very beautiful to see them doing that, touching each other's feet together. And
cool. Do they do that thing like the bald eagles do, where they like latch on?
They join.
I think they touch.
Okay.
They just, I'm not sure,
Okay.
but it was really, I mean, like a dance almost.
Cool. I read that they'll work together on the ground to hunt too, that the mated pairs.
I didn't realize that. There are birds like Harris's hawks that are well known to do that.
Okay.
And the idea that a pair of golden eagles would do that is that would be fun to
It
watch.
sounds cool. So one of them will like make itself look really big and like scare a rabbit towards the other one while it'll distract it or something. I mean, how cool would that be to see?
That would be really cool.
Well, they're routinely mobbed by smaller birds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think about that and just think, sure, if I was a golden eagle, go ahead and mob me. And then
You're too small to worry about.
one swift kick and you can get control of that situation.
And I imagine if there are many in modern collections, there probably aren't that many that they've been hit by a car, because that's a major form of mortality for them now, is being hit on the road, which is kind of sad.
Oh, yeah.
What caused, like,
Yeah,
why are they hanging out on the, because they're not,
They're scavengers.
Oh, they are. Okay, they'll scavenge
yeah, they
too.
will definitely come down on carcasses
Okay.
too.
And roads are places where you can see things that are running across it.
Oh.
So, I think you probably have a better chance, or an easier chance maybe, of seeing something. And in the winter time, that's definitely a lot of birds of prey do that. Owls do that too, and they're getting hit. Something hits something running across the street, and then it's dead, and then the other birds come in to scavenge it and get hit by the next car that goes by.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow.
Unless you're a crow or a raven.
Yeah, and then you're too smart.
And then you're
for
smart
that.
enough to. It's like,
I think we're getting kind of close on time. Is there anything else on the golden eagle we want to touch on?
So,
no, just
what was the most surprising thing you learned about golden eagles when you started researching them, RJ?
I just think like how like good of flyers they are, just how fast, and also like for how big they are. Just like also being like super like agile, and like that they're, I mean, for something that big to be able to move that fast and like hunt that precisely, I think that was just like kind of blew me away. Yeah. It was like,
I was surprised.
yeah, go ahead, Shannon.
They have a bunch of stick nests, like maybe up to 5 stick nests that are in their territory.
Oh, wow.
And I wasn't sure why.
Huh.
In case one doesn't work, try another one. I mean,
Oh, that's interesting.
maybe it's the parasites.
Oh.
I mean, I get, yeah, that's actually not that's not untrue. That is a major time for parasitism. Sitting on a nest. Maybe that is.
I don't know. I could also imagine, as big as they are, that depending on where the nest is, they could have issues with coyotes or foxes or things coming around.
Okay.
Maybe.
Huh.
I don't know.
And Aquila means, it means eagle in Latin, but it's named after a constellation of northern hemisphere stars represented by the shape of an eagle. So that's where its genus name comes from. And it's actually that genus is, the relationships in that genus are pretty uncertain, which I also found interesting. And then try to even pronounce the
Chrysatus? You just got to go with it.
Yeah, Christ.
I'm not saying
We've
it's
already
right.
been through
I'm
this
just-
today. Both of us pronounced a whole bunch of words wrong in our Birds of the World class.
Oh,
no. Louise was looking them up. I think that's a K. Oh, okay. I think it's a K sound. Okay. Anyways.
She clearly took Latin.
She did, yeah. Chrysos means gold. And Actos again means eagle, so it's Greek, and
It's
there you
Greek,
have.
not Latin.
The species name is.
I know.
But
It's a mixture of Greek and Latin in the end.
It's all Greek to me.
There we go.
Every day brings more words you can look up where they come from and who made them. And that one was first used in the 14th century. It's the first known use, which is pretty cool.
Well, no mailbag question this week, but we did have a couple reviews that I wanted to read. So, John, you've got some fans.
You're propping him up, RJ. Oh my God! Did he pay you to do what you're about to do?
The fans. Let's read that. Let's read the whole thing.
Yeah. The fans have spoken. So this one is from Cece, and she said the title of it is Olive-Sided Flycatcher, and she said, I am definitely relating to John's pick for Olive-Sided Flycatcher. That group of birds is so entertaining and interesting to watch. During my last visit to Colorado, my favorite bird of the trip was the cinnamon flycatcher. Definitely not as showy as most of the birds, but a great bird for its diminutive size. So there was that, and then somebody else, his name was Stasberg Drummer. He said, olive-sided flycatchers rule. This is a great podcast, 5 stars for sure. I wanted to write this review to say that John is correct. The olive-sided flycatcher is an amazing bird. Listening to it while backpacking out west in Idaho, Oregon, and Colorado was always a treat. Not only would I delight in its iconic quick 3 beers call, but whenever I heard it, I would look up and inevitably find one perched high on a bare branch of a dead tree. They're incredible to watch when they forage, sallying out, which we learned what sallying was on our episode. John, thank you for explaining that, because that would have gone over my head. Sallying out expertly away from their perch to catch a fly and then right back to the perch. I love them. Chicago birders just need to get deep into the wilderness and backpack in their breeding range. Same with hermit thrushes. We don't experience this species in its full glory. Go hiking in their breeding range where they sing all day and you will fall in love. Anyways, I digress. This is a great podcast. Keep it going.
So nice.
And John put a check in the mail to him, didn't he?
That's right. I did. That was good. I mean,
That's awesome.
The only problem is going to see him in the breeding season you'd be dealing with an awful lot of mosquitoes.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Now, people are so nice. I love that someone would defend the indefensible olive-sided flycatcher.
The indefensible. I love it.
I love that, Shannon. That was so cool. I'm glad that people are writing in. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so nice, both of them.
John, you've definitely struck a chord with people. People aren't writing in for that for our other picks necessarily. So
I know. What's the deal? Come on, man. We study cool. We've talked about cool things, and olive-sided flycatcher is what's getting people's attention.
Shannon, you've got a cool one for our next episode. I bet that'll encourage some people for our spoon-billed sandpiper we're going to talk about next. That'll get some people right now.
Going back to something people don't know anything about or have never heard
March
of. Which
Madness.
I like.
Yeah.
Coming along.
Yeah, people are going to vote on March Madness.
If spoonbill does not beat olive-sided flycatcher, that's the end of my podcast days. I'm hanging it up.
Oh, we could do like the brackets, like the RJ division, the John division, the Shannon division, the Amanda division.
We go. I see
No,
it
'cause
now.
then when I
the
lose,
final
I'll
four,
be
the final
sad.
four would be all of our. Each one would be one of our birds.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we each have one in the final four.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We have to think about how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got a head start on you guys.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
clearly apparent.
For sure. For sure.
What, you think 2 votes is going to get you to the win?
Those were 2 great comments for John. Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
I'd say
Maybe
I'll take-
because he got so ripped on, people came to us to.
So I did it to myself, is what you're saying. He's going to be insufferable now.
I'm just trying to think about all the T-shirts and
Oh,
Yawn. Yeah, that's a real merch opportunity, John. You'll make millions off of
you
that.
could put Sally out.
That's hilarious.
there we go. Sal, there he is.
Sally out.
Oh, RJ. I think think we got it.
Well, thanks everyone for writing in. That's like super exciting. It
Yes.
brings us so much joy to like
nice.
read those. So we just want to say thanks everyone for writing. That made our day. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to stop this one. Thank you to everyone for listening. We continue to get great feedback from you all, so thank you for being a part of this with us. You all are the reason why we do this, so thank you for listening and following along. See you all next week. We love you all. Thanks.